The ME or BF-109 was the most successful German fighter plane in World War II. Get a pen and pencil and I'll show you how to draw one. Now first of all, let's draw a line, and that's going to be the whole length of the body of your plane. So you can draw it really long or you draw it really short, but we're going to draw it all in proportions. So that's kind of the end. Find the middle way, halfway line, and draw a line very gently. Do all this very gently so we can erase it easily later. And that's the kind of halfway line, perpendicular or square on to the central line. And find the halfway mark and the halfway mark and the halfway mark. This just gives us some guides to work to. Now if we think of this as being a square like that, we don't want to come quite the full length down, so it would be sort of about that long. And again here we want that to be not quite so high, something like that. And we can draw a line from the end at an angle, sort of going straight through like that. Come down a little bit here, and then we're going to come through there, and let's draw a sort of a curvy shape. And then we want a similar kind of thing coming through like that, so that we got that's going up and this is down a bit lower. You can get the step-by-step and colouring sheet, PDF and so much more when you join my online library at shoerainer.com. Now from the halfway line we can start drawing the cockpit. So if we draw like a parallelogram and halve that, and come straight down and straight down and straight down like that, not quite touching that halfway midline, come forward a little bit like that, and then up in a curve, so then that can come down and create the cockpit. And then this can also come around like that, a little bit there. Around about here I'm going to go sort of up at an angle and then round in a curve, so that will be the tail plane. So then we can draw the top line of the fuselage or the body of the plane there like that. Now if we draw another sort of line down about there, that will give us a really important kind of line to start the wing. So that's going to come in a curve like that. So that's the center line to about here, and that's almost going to go off at a straight line down like that, and then it's clipped at the end of the wing. So the Spitfire, which the ME-109 kind of fought against an awful lot, had big sort of round elliptical wings, and the ME-109 has much sort of narrower wings that are sort of snipped off at the end. And here we can draw the sort of the front like that. We can put an extra little bit there. It's like an air intake section. If we draw like a long teardrop and a few little marks like that. And here this line goes forward a little bit and then down, so all of this will be yellow, and they used yellow so that you knew that they were Germans basically. So if you saw a plane in the distance that was yellow and you were a German, don't shoot them because they're on your side. Actually that's, so we're going to do something like that, so we put that other little mark back there, and then we got a slight little curve like that, make it extra width at the bottom, so that's like the exhaust bits coming out on the side. Now here we want a very gentle curve that will come down there and again snipped off like that, and that will carry on the other side sort of like that. So we can then finish off the tailplane there. Here we want to come down at an angle and then straight down, and we can put a marking in here so we have a swastika in there like that. So start with that little line that is parallel to that line there, and then we want to draw the body coming down. Then you put a little curve there, and that's the line of the wing going there. So the next wing, if you follow that line through to about there, come in a little bit, and it wants to go at a steeper angle And again, we want to clip that wing at the end there like that. I think it's a little bit narrow, but anyway, let's keep going. And we want to put yellow on the tips of the wings. And then if you're sure the ink is dry, you can erase those pencil lines if you didn't press too hard. And no one will know how you got that to be so accurate. Although I'm seeing my wing here is a little bit inaccurate, but don't worry, just keep going. If you make tiny mistakes, it doesn't matter. If you keep going and you finish your drawing, you'll suddenly realize, oh, yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I'm filling in that nose cone there. Now what we need now are some markings. So these markings here, it's a great big bold kind of cross. And then we put these little kind of arrows in there like that. And this cross is the symbol of the Luftwaffe, or the German Air Force. So we put this bar across like that. And it's called the Balkenkreuz, or the bar cross. So you've learned something today. And then we want another one right about there. And we slightly curve that because there's the curve of the fuselage. But this can be straight, the bar on the cross. And then we want those little bits there as well, and that's what makes it the Balkenkreuz. We're going to want to have a little tail wheel like that, and then we're going to want to have a radio mast there. And then finally what we need is going to be some like that, and propeller to make the whole thing go. Then all you need to do is colour it in. Don't forget, you can get a PDF help sheet on my website when you join my library. See you next time.